What happens when a small town science teacher, a Bible believing politician, and a firebrand lawyer collide on the national stage? In 1925, that question exploded in a Tennessee courtroom and changed America forever. In the summer of 1925, the quiet town of Dayton, Tennessee became the unlikely stage for a national spectacle, the Scopes monkey trial. What began as a local publicity stunt turned into a cultural showdown over faith, science, education, and modern life. That year, Tennessee had passed the Butler Act, banning the teaching of human evolution in public schools. Eager for attention, Dayton leaders joined forces with the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, to challenge the law. They recruited John T. Scopes, a 24-year-old science teacher who had used a textbook that mentioned evolution. Though unsure whether he actually taught it, Scopes agreed to stand trial. By July 10, 1925, Dayton was transformed. Reporters flooded the town. Vendors and exhibits filled the streets. It was the first trial in U.S. history broadcast live on the radio. At its center stood two towering figures: William Jennings Bryan, the famed Christian orator and three-time presidential candidate, and Clarence Darrow, a sharp-tongued agnostic lawyer known for defending labor rights and civil liberties. Bryan argued that evolution undermined moral order and biblical authority. Darrow aimed to discredit fundamentalism. When the judge barred expert testimony from scientists, Darrow turned the trial into a spectacle. In a dramatic twist, he called Bryan to the stand, not as a lawyer, but as a Bible expert. Their confrontation under a sweltering Tennessee sky captivated the nation. Darrow grilled Bryan on the literal truth of Scripture, exposing inconsistencies and shaking public confidence in fundamentalism. Scopes was convicted and fined $100, though Darrow welcomed the verdict as a path to appeal. But the Tennessee Supreme Court overturned the decision on a technicality, leaving the Butler Act in place for decades. Just 5 days after the trial ended, Bryan died, worn down by the stress and heat. Though seen as a martyr by some, his movement suffered a public blow. The Scopes trial reshaped the public perception of Christianity in modern America. It revealed a growing divide between religious traditionalism and scientific thought, a tension still alive today. Subscribe for more powerful stories from church history that still echo through our culture and courts.